Morning, it's the 4th of April 2024. Shout out to Dwayne, who found out about these videos I put on YouTube. Welcome. It's going to be a real easy day today. No trailer, and I've only got 2 towns to deliver to. I'm going to ring up Sammy in a moment, to my boss Sammy, to do the van run to Okaiau, because there's enough to fill up the van. I'll be back off on Whangarei about 12:30. I will ring up and see if there's any pickups from Kerikeri. Hopefully not. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the weekend. I'm going to go fishing. I haven't been for a couple of weeks. Oh, speed camera coming up. Am I speeding? No, good. Yeah, they sit at the bottom of hills. Those speed camera vans. I mean, you're going the speed limit, right? At the top of a hill, and your foot doesn't move on the accelerator. But because of gravity, you end up going faster, and if you don't look down and notice you're going faster, yeah, that's why they sit at the bottom of hills. They're counting on gravity to carry you over that point where your photo's taken, and you're fine, even though you weren't speeding. But gravity made you speed. Yeah, they sit at the bottom of hills. Bloody bandits. Highwaymen. Yeah, they're highwaymen. You know, back in the day, when people were on horses, some guy rocks up with a gun. Stand and deliver. You have to hand over your money. Highwaymen, yeah. That's what they are. Because they're taking money from you. You're just going along the highway and then you're robbed. As if they aren't getting enough money from taxes, the government. It's pathetic. We're the most, one of the most expensive countries to live in. It sucks the way they tax you when you earn it, and then they tax you again when you spend it with GST. It's criminal. The tax department should all be wearing balaclavas, because they're robbing everyone every single day. Oh, I tell you, man, how does Florida do it in America? They don't have income tax. All the other states do. It's amazing. How come their government can do it? And the same with the university down in the South Island, in Invercargill. They don't have university fees. Auckland University does. So what's Invercargill University doing different than the Auckland one? It's crazy. Taxes, man. Taxes. What was I going to say about taxes? Just flitted through my mind and then I was lost. Oh, terrible. Let me see. Give me a minute. Shh. Taxes. Bugger, it's gone. I'm just a mere man. Leave me alone. Mine's flitting all over the place. It's going to be a bloody nice day. Once the sun comes up fully. Oh, Jesus, mate, stay on the road. A Viridian glass van just passed me on the passing lane, which is all good. But when he cut back into my lane, he almost went off the bloody road. Left wheels were in the bloody stones on the side of the road. Oh, Jesus, mate. That would have been an interesting pickup with all of the broken glass. I do not need an accident to stop me because I want to finish early. I wonder if I am going to hit a traffic jam, because early this morning there's been a death on the road, on the highway that I'm on. but I don't know where or how far up it was. I didn't hear on the radio. Yeah, I wonder if I'll come to it and hit a big line of traffic. Hope not. Yeah, somebody is not, some family's not going to be having a good time right now. But you get crazy drivers on the road, man. You see them most days. It's like they're treating the road like it's theirs and they can do what the hell they like. All the drivers at Main Freight see, well, every trucker sees, because we drive every day, we see more than the average person who drives to work and then they're off the road for most of the day. But yeah, truck drivers, I see a lot of nuts out there. Keeps you awake though, keeps you awake. I like starting early in the morning because during the afternoon, if I've had a really physical day, you know, you're on the long drive back to the depot and your body starts to slow down and switch off and your mind starts to drift, you know, and you start thinking about stuff and then those thoughts hopefully don't turn into dreaming about stuff. You just fall asleep at the wheel. Last year, I think it was, we had one of our drivers fall asleep at the wheel. And yeah, it's not good. If you're tired, then you stop and get something to eat. Because if you're chewing or drinking something like a pop drink, like a Coke in there, just sip it. Don't drink, don't scull it because you'll finish the drink too quick. You just sip it. And it engages your metabolism and it speeds up because you're consuming something. And you're not as tired anymore. And every time you feel a little more tired, you just take another sip or chew on something. So yeah, it speeds up your metabolism. Like when I was really bad once, I was driving to, I think it was Blenheim, driving to Blenheim from Auckland. And I wanted to do it in one hit and I was really tired. Jeez. And I'd run out of food and drink. So I stopped my car and I sprinted away from my car 100 metres and I sprinted back. It really sped up my metabolism, you know, blood pressure went up. And yeah, it revitalised my body and I was all good to go. And I just couldn't, until I found another shop to get something else to eat. But that was when I was younger, fitter. I've really got to do something about putting on some weight now. I was on a meat diet for a while and it was really great. But when I hurt myself, when I was off for a while, the meat diet went out the window. Might have to start that again. But I've got to increase my exercise routine. Stop planning myself like lazy boy. I've got to join a club or something. I spotted a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu club in town. I think it just opened up. I might poke my head in the door. Because that martial arts style is basically the most street applicable martial art there is. Because most fights end up on the ground. One-on-one. If it's two-on-one, you stay on your feet. Because you go to the ground with one and the other one's going to be kicking you in the head. So stay upright. Kickboxing is great for standing up fighting. One of the most effective styles there is. Trained it for years. But what takes more strength and stamina is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And it's just as effective because it's basically street fighting but in a style. A lot of techniques I know from that style, but I don't know everything. I'd like to increase my knowledge. But kickboxing, you got to be fit, you got to be strong. But with that style, you can rest. Like you go bang, 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 you know, and then you can back off and rest. the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and ground fighting, you can't rest. You're constantly struggling. So you have to be even more aerobically fit and stronger, you know. So yeah, I might poke my head in the door. Tonight, if I finish early enough, I'll head down and see what, well, I am going to finish early. So on the way home, I'll pop in, see what time their classes are. And yeah, I won't tell them I've done any other style before. I'll just rock up as a new student. So they go, oh man, this guy's pretty good. Yeah. Hopefully they think that. Yeah, I want to get my son Jack into the martial arts. Nick, he's coming up in just over a week. So yeah, he's old enough now, and my size, that I can effectively train him now, because we can use each other as sparring partners. I used to teach women's self-defense, so I'll be going over with Zoe a few things so she can defend herself, even against a big strong guy. She can effectively defend herself, not on a punch-up. Nah. You don't, you get a guy that's, you know, a lot of muscle, and he's strong, and he's fit. Yeah, what I'm going to teach them is how to deal with those types of people. If you can't try to match them strength for strength, you know, blow for blow, because you're never going to win. They're just too physically dominant. So you have to take other paths in order to effectively neutralize them. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything here, but yeah. People would probably call it dirty fighting, and I'm not talking about kicking the guy in the nuts, because that just pisses a lot of people off when you do that. Oh, it hurts them, yeah, but there's still 90% there to deal with you. But there is no ref, and there's no rules when it comes to a street fight. You either win or you lose. And I'd rather win. So that's why I'll try and teach them a few things on how to be effectively capable of defending themselves. So that'd be good. Looking forward to them coming up. Hopefully town has a few days off during the week and we can all do something together. That'd be good. Ooh, Mr. Policeman's coming past. Man, I had about 4 police cars screaming past my house the other day. And then a couple more. What's going on? I see the police when they're trying to apprehend people. You know how they're trying to put them in some sort of hold, or get them on the ground, put their hands behind their backs. And I watch YouTube videos of police doing that all the time. I'm looking at what they're doing, I'm going, Jesus. Have you done no training on how to control someone to effectively get their hands behind their back? There's four cops on this one guy, and they're struggling to get his hands behind his back when it's so goddamn easy. It's not funny. It's ridiculously easy. Once he's on his stomach, it's there. You know, it frustrates me watching him, because I'm thinking, get better at your job. When I'm watching the incident lasts longer, there's a risk of the police hurting themselves or hurting the person they're trying to control, because it's taken a long time and they basically have to knee him or punch him, and it's not necessary. And I see a cop take out his gun and shoot some guy who's got a knife or a bat. And I thought, just put your gun away, walk up to him, take it off him, take him down. When I was training, when I was teaching, I was having my students come up with a real knife, a real bat, and try to stick me. Obviously they weren't going full. They were going maybe 90% because they didn't want to put a knife in me. They were hesitant about it happening. Only one of the students really went for it. That was Steve. Jeez. Steve. He was good. But yeah, he respected my ability and how in dealing with the knife. And so yeah. But yeah, man, that was good training days, man. When somebody's got a bat and they take his swings at you, it's so freaking easy, man. If you know what you're doing. And obviously cops don't. I saw one YouTube about 4 days ago, this guy had a machete. And he swung at this cop. And it was in Africa. I think it was in Africa. And the cop's over there armed. This cop didn't bother pulling his gun. He walked straight up to this guy. The guy swung at him. Next thing this guy knew, he was flying over this cop's shoulder, getting his back slammed into the ground. And then the cop disarmed him. Just took the machete out of his hand. This guy was winded. He had to have been winded because he hit hard onto concrete. And yeah, I thought, yeah, finally a cop who knows what he's doing. Oh, man. If I was a cop, I'd be training a lot in order to keep myself safe on how to basically effectively street fight. Not stylized martial arts like karate, taekwondo and that. No, that's not street fighting. And for tournaments, yeah, that's all good. And I used to do tournaments and I used to train in that style. That was one of the stages of my training. And but yeah, I'd train my ass off to keep myself as safe as I possibly could. Dealing with somebody with a weapon is a lot easier than dealing with somebody who doesn't have one. And I'll tell you why. If you're coming up against somebody and you have to take him down, right? And he doesn't have a weapon or anything. And he's being very aggressive and he's going to try and fight you. You're thinking, is he going to try to hit me with his left or his right? Is he going to kick me? Is he going to headbutt me? Now, what's he going to do? You're going up to this guy not knowing what he's going to do. Because fighting is chaos. But if he's got a weapon, you know exactly what he's going to do. And you're a lot safer because of it. Because when you know what somebody's going to attack you with, you've half won the battle. Because if you know what he's going to do, you have the right response. Because the techniques that you use, depending on the weapon that he's got. And you keep an eye on that weapon. And as soon as he moves, everybody swings back before they swing forward if they've got a weapon. Now, you've trained over and over and over. When as soon as that arm goes back, you move. Before that arm can come forward. You know exactly the direction that arm's going to come. If you've trained it over and over, the repetition builds the reflex. You're no longer thinking about what you're going to do. The reflex takes over. And the repetition of your training gives you that reflex. And, the mystery of what he's going to do disappears. You know exactly what he's going to do. He's got a weapon. So dealing with somebody with a weapon, if you've got the training, and you've done that repetition, you've built that reflex, you're a lot safer facing somebody with a weapon than if they don't have one. So that's my advice in dealing with weapons. That's my observation. It's fact. So Yeah, I'd rather face somebody with a weapon than without. Your options are a hell of a lot more than his. He's only got one option that he's focused on, and that's good, because you want him limited in his attacking options, and he's just limited himself by picking up a weapon. Man, almost coming up to the first town, Kawakawa. Got 2 deliveries there, down off the Kaikoui. And man, I'm going to blast through the deliveries I've got real quick. Going to be a good day. Oh well, that's my thoughts for today. If anything else interesting happens, I'll make another video. Until then, catch you later.